Walker Kessler will jump against Naz Reid in his 5th year from LSU. The jump's up, the Jazz win it, and here we go. Back-to-back. Last night Atlanta, tonight Minnesota. A one-time #1 pick back in 20 out of Georgia. There's Keyonte George, step back 3 on the way. He's been red hot from downtown. Of first rebound. Jazz, Minnesota tied 2-2 early. Straightaway 3. That ball rims out, tapped up and missed. Walker, still the pressure from the backside, and his shot blocked by Edwards. The other end. Keyonte saved it barely. Naz Reid shovels it back in. Rebounds and clears.
Utah has a size advantage at center right now with Walker. Naz Reid's a little undersized.
I mean, you talk about running through. Over the top, Keyonte took his eyes off the ball, out of bounds, turnover. With the rebound and finds Keyonte.
That's a great defensive possession for the Jazz. You saw 4 white jerseys converge on Anthony Edwards, force him to give up the ball.
Keyonte, a runner to the rim, comes up short. Anderson drives.
Keyonte tries to curl off those screens, and big Naz Reid is at the nail. It's making it tough to get downhill.
That ball was low, and Taylor Hendricks never could control the...
Yeah, it was great because he has that length. He doesn't have to close out tightly on Edwards.
Keyonte George, he dropped the handle.
It throws Walker Kessler. And his feet that time as Keyonte gets fouled on the jump shot. But
2 years with the Jazz, played all of 51 games. He's coming off a season-high 28.
Nikhil's career at New Orleans, and they felt like they tried to make him do too much, tried to be too many different types of players, and they didn't really know what the energy turn up.
I felt the wind blow through the arena. First time he hasn't started since December 11th.
You know, Naz Reid shoots a set shot, but it's always dead on.
Jazz turn it over, steal, drive, hang it up, hustling back, the block by Hendricks.
Sometimes they're guarding each other, but Taylor Hendricks has really been studying Jaden because he can be that type of player, particularly on defense.
The pressure from the backside, and his shot blocked by Edwards. The other end. Keyonte saved it barely. Naz Reid shovels it back out.
Just work on defense and then run up and down the court.
Minnesota, 8-1 run. Keyonte off his game from downtown. They knocked down 14 of 36 in the win against Atlanta last night. Keyonte on a runner. Nope. Take it away.
Community, that's really cool.
I'll tell you what. One day, sooner than later, tough defense. Edwards got the best of the rookie that time. Kick out from the corner. Triples up and out. Rebound Keyonte. 2-point game. Under a minute 30 to play in the first half. George in the paint. Well, he slowed it down for him just enough. And the Jazz finding the rhythm once again. Tied up at 43.
Really good timing to find that rhythm, too, with a little over a minute left in the half. Strengths on the defensive end. He can get a lot of good things started. He does well there.
Keyonte George on a ride inside. Ed Malloy on the other side of the floor calls a foul.
Let's see if they
the other way.
Let's see if they reward him. There he is.
Up top, catch it, one bounce, put it up and in.
Yeah, just like we talked about.
Keyonte trying to break loose, needs help. Walker, right back, screens, rises up. The shot looks good, and it is. 7 apiece, done, back to work, over the top. Keyonte puts the ball down on the floor, floated. One bounce and out. You heard the whistle.
They didn't catch him, so we'll count it, but still. I definitely saw him try.
Too much traffic in there that time. Keyonte with that slow Euro step.
Conley again, same spot. And Minnesota, however, outscored Utah 10-2 in the final 2 minutes.
Beautiful pass.
Under 10 to play. Jazz trying to mount a comeback. Keyonte George has a look and guards a grab.
5 tonight.
George drives inside, falls off the rim. Jazz. Well, he's got Conley again on Monday night. He's wide open on that crossover. Misses the 3. Under 8 to play. Keyonte stays with it. Block. Naz Reid knocks him to the ground. There's been 10 lead changes. 11 ties thus far. Ball knocked out of bounds. Jazz have hit 12 of 15 from the line. Time to go coast to coast. All-star break and a slow climb by Keyonte George just behind Wembanyama at 21-6. Keyonte under 19.
Brandon Edwards is going to do the same for this team, especially with Mike Conley on the bench. It's really Edwards' show.
And the Jazz will go to 29-38 while Minnesota stays in that hunt for the top spot in the West.